I'm just going to kind of look at some of the kind of bog standard Kihon drills that, like, arguably every kind of grading syllabus within the Shotokan world, certainly the JK derivatives, everything that came from JK, they will have these set basics. And I wonder why I talk about them, discuss them, and try to analyze them a little bit more. So it's really super important that we don't just kind of repeat these, you know, without real much thought. We've got to be kind of super mindful about our drills. So let's just break it down a little bit, then we'll talk about it more. So from here, like super easy, yeah? Making sure, like we're going to go from Shizentai, if you've got room, go get on right. But from here, just making sure that you're kind of getting that kind of good preparation, hand up and synchronizing that rotation here. From here to like, you don't want to kind of give over all that power in the leg. You want to have that ability to still drive from that back leg. Some people might use one hand, some people might use two. If you use two hands, maybe the guide hand is above, maybe it's underneath. Who cares? I don't care. Yeah? Generally speaking, I do one, but really case by case. But from here, the most important thing is that you're driving in. Then from here, again, you're driving with that supporting leg, that back leg driving as you drive and then rotating into that. So from here, this putting your hip, driving, drive. Okay? I just want you to spend 2 minutes trying to make sure that it's all about that back leg, that driving leg. So the first time it cuts into handing, second time drives into handing, third time it's driving in that kind of smooth process of pushing into the U-racket, which leads into the Gakuzu. Understand? We'll work on that, guys. Give it 1 minute, go. Those who are watching on Facebook Live, there's 30, 40 of you watching on Facebook Live. There's still some spaces on Zoom if you wish to Zoom. If you do Zoom, I can see you. You can ask questions. If you Facebook Live, you can do neither. Hey! Okay, Ame, good. Okay, so look, this is, I would argue, probably in every single examination for brown belt, maybe certainly Shodan Kihon, like in my group, and I know every group that I've ever been involved with, this combination exists in the Shodan examination. It's a bog standard JK combination for Shodan. And as an examiner, as someone who's done examinations for JKS and WTKO and now HDKI, there's been specific points that I'm looking for when someone does this combination. And this specifically is about transition. It's about kind of allowing your back leg and your hips to produce forward momentum, and then your limbs just become subordinate to that. So I can see quite a lot of people, you're kind of becoming very shoulder dominant. And what happens is, if I show you from this angle, you'll step forward, Sotsuke. And then from here, it's about your upper body, so you'll do anything. And it's about your upper body, you do your rack, and then you'll finish that. And you haven't shifted at all. You're basically in the same spot. You've done 1, 2, 3, 4 techniques without actually transmitting your energy, kind of moving your body mass in that direction. So like specifically what I'm looking for is, as an examiner, would be driving into handling. Then from here, that back leg driving yourself forward. That back leg driving. So I'm actually transitioning forward every single time. This combination is much more about transition rather than making these kind of bog standard shapes. You understand? Okay, good. So guys, once it's about kind of like the driving of your leg and the nuance of your kind of twitching from your core, then you can start to be a little bit more free with your upper body. So a couple of things I want you to try. We're going to spend forever on this one, but just a few things I want you to try to kind of give you a bedrock of what we're going to do. Like first of all, like how your shoulder is working is super important. A lot of people like working as if this is one unit. Your body rotates, your hand rotates, and it's all one unit. Now, sometimes that's quite good to work that way. You know, certainly, you know, if you're going to block hard on a Ginnan Bride, boom, you want that to be a solid unit. You don't want to kind of snap a Ginnan Bride. Sometimes you do sometimes. Okay, so sometimes it's quite good to work as a unit and make sure that that strong connection between your body and your hand is maintained. Other times the opposite is true. So this time I want you to try this kind of snapping action. So you're taking your shoulder to an extreme position. albeit keep your hand close so you don't kind of hyperextend your elbow, but kind of snapping your shoulder, which produces the Sotuke. Then inversely, just as you expand it to contract, you're going to contract to expand to produce this M. And then from here, you can still do the same to produce the Uraken, which leads to the Gakuzuki. So once you've got that power source to transition, you can start to kind of whip your upper body. Understand? Yeah. So just try it this way, guys. I'll just demonstrate one more time. So from here, shoulder back as your body's going forward, and you're whipping that forward. Shoulder in to drive, and then send that. Twitch your upper body as that back leg drives. Follow through for Gakuzuki. Okay. Last time, guys. Give it a go. Okay, yummy. One more time, guys. One more time. Just watch. A couple of things. Like often I talk about kind of your hikite hand as being like punctuation for your technique. So it's not like, we're not going against the arguments of whether hikite is useful or not, because it's not. But in this case, it is useful in terms of punctuating your technique. For sure, if you're using it as hikite, as literally pulling backhand as you hit someone, fine. Or if you're using this preparation hand much more as a preparatory block, so it's alive, it's not dead, you're blocking before you do something else, fine. But in this case, don't kind of have it just stiffly on your hand because you're thinking it's not doing anything. You can punctuate your technique. So for example, this Sotuke, don't just do this one-handed and leave this one kind of like back on your hip without moving. Make sure as much as you're squeezing your shoulder, you can relax this hand as well. Relax in order to drive forward. It kind of punctuates that technique as your body's twitching in. Understand? One last point is that the direction I'm facing, I'm going straight. That's my direction right the way through. So my center is being driven forward. I'm not going to step to the side. Like, what am I going to do that for, yeah? I'm in Zen Stretch. I'm still going to drive completely forward into that point. Completely forward into that point. I'm still on the same line. My center has been driven forward, and my feet have compensated around that. Got it? Yep. Okay, one more time, guys. Then we're going to move on. If you've got any questions about this, now is the time to ask.
Can I make one point?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in addition to what Scott Sensei is saying, when this is your center line, you're blocking here, this is your opponent. No point in looking over here. Keep looking where you're attacking. Okay? Keep the head this direction. Don't move the head this way when you're going to keep latching.
Okay. Pause. Go on. Okay, guys, last minutes. Give it a go. Okay, yummy. Good. Okay, guys, this is kind of like bog standard, really basic kind of movement. But like, I hope what you kind of take from that is that it's not really about the shapes. It's not about doing Satsuki. It's not about doing your Kwempi, blah, blah, blah. Because when it's about the shapes, then people say, oh, it must be here, or it must be there, or this must come above, or it must come below. You must use two hands. You must make amni on the Uraken, and like there's a whole host of like little bits of the shapes that you can start to discuss. Where it's just about the principle, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about what shapes you're making. If the fundamental principle is there, then that's the most important element. And certainly as a grading examiner, but also more importantly, as someone who's looking for good karate, whether I give someone a black belt or not, I am looking for an understanding of the principles. And that is not only kind of understanding here, but a physical understanding. Do you have the ability to twitch from your core? Do you have the ability to drive from your leg? Do you have the ability to do that while keeping your upper body relaxed so you can still snap your technique and produce kind of that speed when your body mass is moving in that direction? Understand? Yeah, we don't want to get bogged down with the superficialness. Is that a word? Superficiality. Is that a word? One of those words. We don't want to get bogged down with that. We want to get kind of focusing on the principle. Okay, let's try this. From here, Shizentai, yeah? We're going to step back this time. There's two combinations within the Shodan syllabus, my Shodan syllabus, most Shodan syllabus, where you are practicing transition. So this one, stepping back, stop. Then from here, any looking tech. Okay, then coming back. So pulling back, then driving forward. Understand? Stop. Okay, that's really simple. Try, give it a go. Okay, so, guys, we're not going to spend forever on this. because there's other things I want to do. But, okay, what's the most important aspect of this combination? For me, it's about transition. What are you doing with your center? And just a few people I've been watching, obviously I haven't seen everybody on the call, but like most people I saw, you were shifting back on the block, great. Staying still, maybe, shifting back on the kick properly, and then driving forward on the nuke kick. Then, like, this is about control of your hips. So, like, for example, from here, okay, for sure, I'm getting that compression, I'm using my leg and pulling back into shot. Then from this point, I don't go any further back. I'm driving in. I'm driving in my leg to that nuke kick. I'm not allowing the stop to become part of the kick before I drive in. I'm quickly cutting my hip. Then from here, drive in. You understand? You want to be able to kind of control your center to a degree where you're not allowing shifting backwards to affect the next movement. Shift back, shift forward. This is exactly the same as like Juipon Kumite. When you see people doing Juipon, and they'll block and they'll punch instead of coming back in this kind of quick kind of fashion. Oh yeah, I scored a point. Yeah, fine, but it's not karate. Yeah, so you want to have that ability to come back and drive in. I mean, in essence, that's what kind of Juipon Kumite, one of the things that Juipon Kumite is trying to teach, is about this quick transition. And this combination is about quick transition. So make sure, for sure, you cut your hip back. But from this point, you're driving in. No, sorry. Understand? Give it a go. Okay, yummy, good. Guys, look. I think sometimes people have a mental block with this. Like, for example, you know, you're in Hamley when you do stop. Yeah, you're in Hamley, and like kicking from this point often feels a little bit vulnerable. I mean, it certainly goes against the grain. Yeah, we spend years kind of kicking Maegeri from this Shomen dash. Yeah, but we have to develop the ability to kick in Hamley as well. Like, if I was going to kick Ross, then for sure, you know, I want to kick Shomen, yeah? Like, this Shomen, I'm seeing you, Sensei. if I was going to kick Shomen, like, for sure, that's fine. But like, everyone knows that a limiting factor of Maegeri is the supporting leg. So, like, you know, how much I can drive forward with the supporting leg is the limiting factor. Like, we all know, like, for example, in freestyle, the distance you can make for Maegeri compared to the distance you can make for Yoki, Moshi, that kind of range is vastly different because of you don't have the limiters. But we're kind of channeled down this idea that we must kick Maegeri and Shomen. But for sure, there's nothing wrong in kicking in hand. And like this is far stronger if you have the strength, like to open your hips in this manner as you're snapping in. Like, this is like super relaxed kick, but that kind of driving in ability adds power, adds range. Why don't we do that? Well, you know, the Kihon that we do, where we're just practicing in Shomen dash, driving forward, it's Kihon. It's training our body, making it stronger, trying to increase flexibility in our ankle, hip flexors, blah, blah, blah. Loads of reasons why we practice that way, but that's not the way that is best to produce power. Just like, you know, we practice Yakuzuki like this, or reverse punch like this. Whereas if I really want to hit someone, boom, that's going to go in. So these limiting factors shouldn't shackle you to limiting the amount of power that you can create. Oh no, I have to do technique like that. And a classic example is this, where you're making stop and you're so ingrained in kicking Maegeri, in showing that people kind of coming forward this way to kick Shomen, rather than having the ability to driving in this way. Understand?
I just want to understand the feeling you have when you do that Maegeri kick.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a snap kick, so the foot's going to come back. But do you have essentially a falling motion as you come to land? Because I'm just trying to understand body weight, how you're feeling. Because obviously you're pushing forward, but at the same time, you're going to be off balance, right?
Well, like, I'm just trying to find it, sorry. I think I understand what you're saying. Oh yeah, there you are. Like, no more difference than if you step forward Zenkusachi Maegeri. You know, like if you're stepping forward Zenkusachi Maegeri, you're still pushing your hip in, right? And so you're pushing your hip in, kicking, stepping forward. And for sure, you got to get strong hikiash, quick hikiash, not because someone might grab your leg, because, you know, you need to get your foot down so you don't fall over. You don't, like, for example, I think I might get off the point slightly here. Like to kick, hikiash is not a thing. Like, this kind of feeling of snapping is like, I can create more power by just doing no hikiash. But like, if you're quickly stepping down, you want that down to make sure that you kind of have good stability. So strong hikiash is sometimes important. And like this, you know, you're not leaning back. Yes, you're driving in, and you want a strong hikiash so you can land forward to drive into the zengsachi, to the nukite. But for no other reason that you don't fall on your arse. And it shouldn't be any better, any worse than if you just step forward in zengsachi.
Yes.
Vicky, is that answering the question?
Thank you.
Good. Anything else, guys? All good? Okay. Okay. So the point I really want to get to is that these are just building blocks to give you the physical intelligence to be able to use your body well. And sometimes, not sometimes, vast majority of time, the shapes that we impose upon ourselves in Kihon, in Kata, and in vast amount of Kumite are the limiting factors to how we become good. You know, and everyone tries to kind of follow this archetypal good karate. Whereas we all know, like anybody who we ever put any kind of value in, whether it be like, you know, like Kanazawa Sensei or Asai Sensei or, you know, an Oida Sensei or like the Nakayama Sensei, the greats, all were uniquely different, like a fingerprint. Like we don't try to copy a fingerprint. We don't try to copy a generic shape, a generic thing. We just try to follow the principles. And every single Kihon drill that we have has underlying key principles that we really need to understand, not only to pass gradings, not only to teach to our students, but to understand what the core principles of karate are anyway, so you can move well. Understand? Simon Sensei understands. That's it. Steve may also understand. Okay, good. Let's do it. Next one. Next one. Okay. If you can, guys, let's go. If you're not, it's not really matter to go from Shizentai. Okay, we're just going to do Tobikonde Sambo. So this driving forward, punch. That's all. And then change this step, punch. So Tobikonde Sambonski, driving, sliding forward, 3 punches. Understand? Give it a go, guys. Try. Vince, don't hit your dog. Dan Pope, have you frozen or are you not participating? Looks like you just sat watching the camera. I hope you've frozen. Okay, yame. Okay, so for me, what are the kind of characteristics of this combination? What am I looking for as a grading examiner when someone does this? What am I looking for when I'm teaching it? But what am I thinking about when I do it myself? Yeah, I think overwhelmingly, it's about having that kind of heightened control of your upper body, whilst you're doing a far more dynamic movement within your stance, albeit very kind of regimented and controlled. So straight away, I can see people are first of all kind of prefacing their movement, trying to kind of rev up in their body, and as they then drive from their body, can you get this a lot? Drive from the legs, get a lot of this upper body movement, and they kind of fall into stance. And like this shizen feeling, natural feeling, and then they take Akazuki, and then they may be vibrating for Chokuzuki. Even the worst case is that some people are kind of doing that revving up feeling, and then falling in, and they kind of half-heartedly punch Chokuzuki. You go from shizen, and you rotate a little bit, and then you rotate fully. So you've gone from this shizen feeling to kind of a little bit rotate, and so you never get that kind of locked-in feeling for the first and second punch, only for the third. That's worst case scenario. Not many people are doing that. I saw 1 or 2 people do that. What I really think you should be focusing on is about that control of your center line. So much when we do kumite, when we're moving about, it's about super control of your center line. We'll explain why this is important in a minute. But I just want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on your ability as you drive forward to keep a kind of engaged abdomen. So you're not kind of going forward, you're not going back, but you're keeping your straight line right through that movement. And you're not moving about, nor are you flapping about with your arms. Understand? Yeah, mate. So, okay. Then guys, like maintaining your center line is arguably one of the most fundamental principles of Shotokan karate. All karate. Cahill, I think your baby's a little bit too young to start karate. But it's very cute, very cute. Okay. I think, what was I saying? Yeah, babies. No, Seichu-sen. Seichu-sen, one of the fundamental principles of Shotokan karate, yeah? We at all time try to maintain our center line, yeah? And we're kind of, I don't know, are we taught it, or do we delude ourselves into believing that unless you've got your back straight, it's very difficult to create power. Of course, that's rubbish. You know, like, ask a boxer, do they keep their back straight? You know, ask a judoka, do they keep their back straight? Maintaining your center line is arguably the limiting factor of trying to create power. For example, if I was going to punch Ross, I'm not. Okay. Well, don't worry. Don't use it. It's fine. Like if I really, you know, to kind of, you know, maintaining my center line, using my body mass. Okay, I'm going to create power. But if I really wanted to kind of hammer it, if I really wanted to kind of make sure that 100% of my mass became potential mass, like effective mass, where that I am getting everything in, then for sure I would change my center line. Think Yamazuki, yeah, or Mochizuki, or something like that. Boom! I'm gonna hammer that in, because by breaking my center line, I know that 100% of my, well, not 100%, but certainly a vast majority of my mass is becoming effective mass. Do you understand? Have we got that? Okay, so how do we maintain, how do we kind of develop that ability? Because one of the weaknesses of breaking your line is that you kind of start to lose balance. Well, a boxer, for example, would do a lot of core strength, medicine ball, sit-ups, and those kind of exercises that you see every single boxer do. What do? We do Kihon. We move rapidly, we change direction in kumite, stuff like this, whilst trying to maintain our center line. This is not to create power, this is to give ourselves the awareness and strength that when we do break our line, we can create power. You understand? Yeah? So think about that. And so when you're driving forward, it is about the super control of your core and still driving forward every single time. Not kind of just putting your hands out, not skipping forward, but this drive, yeah? This leg is going to push my controlled body, controlled frame forward. Back leg relax forward. Back leg relax forward. Understand? Okay, practice that. If you have any questions, I will give you, 2 minutes to practice it. If you want to ask a question about that, ask it now. Marie from the FHSKC. You're not the only one, Marie, but guys, okay, Yame. Marie's doing it, and a few others are doing it. Like in a traditional Kihon context, you slide forward. It's Tobikonde Sanatsuki, so you're flying and thrusting forward, then you don't move your feet. So for sure, it's super easy to transition your body forward when you're moving your feet forward every single time, like the others transition. This one is still. So from here, I'm driving forward, my feet have moved. Then keep my feet still, drive forward, keep my feet still, drive forward. Then so this is stable whilst I'm then kind of twitching from my core. So there's a different context from it. It's not like the other two, yeah? Okay, last one, guys. Last minute, give it a go. Any questions? Ask. Okay, Ame. Good. Guys, any questions? You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes? Cecilia says yes. Ralph and Anna, yes. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Last one, guys. We've got about 7 minutes left. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a detour. Like those three combinations, certainly from every grading syllabus that I've ever been involved in, were Shodan level. Yeah. Let's just do one from most Nidan grading syllabuses, and they exist in all different cases. But we're going to do kicks. Yeah. So all we're going to do is we're kicking Maigeri straight, Yokigeri, Washigeri, back. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, back. Understand? Maigeri, Yokigeri, Washigeri, step back. Okay, try right side a couple of times, left side a couple of times. Give it a go. Okay, yummy, yummy. Good. Okay, so guys, why are we practicing this? Yeah, like I think, you know, most important aspect of learning is the questions you ask yourself, the questions you ask of your instructor. You know, why are we practicing this combination? And whether this exists, like there's lots of organizations training today, whether this specifically exists in your grading syllabus or something like it, for sure, at some point within your karate career, Shodan, Nidan level probably, you will have to do something like this, where you're kicking a couple of times on one leg. And for sure, it's not as if, you know, someone's in front of you, so you kick them Maigeri, and someone's to the side and you kick them Yokigeri, and this person's still standing up, so you kick them Washigeri and come down. For sure, that's not the purpose. Just like you're going to step forward Sotuke because someone just punched you, so you step forward to it, and then you drive in and they move back a little bit, and then drive in again, and then drive. Like, this is all just make-believe, yeah? But it's an axiomatic truth. What are we trying to make believe in order to give us the skills? So for this case, for sure, we can imagine kicking someone forward, then we can imagine kicking someone to the side, and then kicking someone round. But we have to focus on the core principles, and that is the twitch of the core. So from here, it doesn't matter if you kick low. If you kick low, Maigeri, that's fine. If you kick low, Yokigeri, that's fine. If you kick low, Washigeri, that's fine. What's really important is that it's starting from your core every single time. Otherwise, what it becomes is the superficial. I had to kick high Jodan, and then I'm dropping my leg, and then high Yokigeri, and then dropping my leg, and high Washigeri. And it becomes all about your limbs. Limbs start to move about, legs start to flail about, bouncing up and down. No, it's about your core. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Okay? So from here, don't think about kicking high, just think about kicking well. You kick well forward. You kick well to the side. You kick well to the round, and then you come back. That's it. But each time, your center is sending your leg out. And for me, for Nidan grading, when people do this, I want to see that they've got the core strength to twitch from the core. Because if they've got the strength to twitch from the core and send their leg out, for sure, they've got the strength in the core to send their hands out as well. Got it? Any questions? Ask. Otherwise, practice.
Sensei.
Yes.
Also on that, how much about fluidity of transition that you've been talking about earlier with between the kicks flowing? You've got to have that transition, because you see sometimes one stop, you get a nice twitch but stop.
Yeah.
We want to be transitioning through, is that correct?
Yeah. Okay, Yame! Sensei Steve Bales has asked a good question. Let's all acknowledge that. Oh, Ross Sensei is bowing.
Oh.
Okay, good. Look, we can all twitch. Okay, like this is like neurological pathways. When you're a kid, we talked about this before, yeah. Where you're learning how to twitch. It's not about muscle strength. You don't have to build up to kind of have the strength to twitch your fingers and create a what's a snap? What do I do? Yeah. Snapping my fingers. Mental. So you don't have to build up the strength to snap your fingers. You have to build up the neurological pathways, and once you got that, you'll forever be able to do that. You learn it when you're 2 years old. By the time you're 92, you still can do it. Okay. The more you practice, you don't get better at it. However, what you do become is more able to rapidly twitch. And so this is all about absorption of calcium within the muscles. Where's Matt Payne, Dr. Sensei Shihan? Anyway, I'm sure it's about that. He'll explain more, but not today's Matthew Sensei. So this is about kind of like being able to twitch rapidly. Okay, and this is important. This is what we want to do in karate. Yeah, we don't want to kind of like have one good snap and then have to reset, and another good snap and then have to reset. We want to be able to snap rapidly and produce rapid technique. And so this is what it's showing as well, the ability to twitch from your core, but also to rapidly twitch from your core. And if you can do that with your leg, you can do it with your upper body. So for sure, for sure, I would much rather have this rapid snap and then relax, then snap and then relax, and then snap and then relax, rather than this continuous 1, 2, 3, and your leg is bobbing up and down. But over time, then you must be able to twitch, twitch, twitch. This twitch, 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 and then back. That feeling. Understand? First thing, don't support yourself. As comforting as this is, and let me assure you, I understand how comforting it is. So don't kind of support yourself. This is about weight training for your body. Your leg is your heaviest limb, and you're trying to weight train your core. Don't structurally support it, and therefore do less work. That's like doing, forearm curls and going, oh, this is really hard. I know, I'll use 2 hands. Like, it doesn't work, right? You're trying to weight train your body. And by training your core, you're using your leg, only your core, to send your leg out. Don't use your shifting of your body. Second point is don't lean and do this just so you can kick high. Height is vanity, okay? Height is what is pure ego. You don't have to kick high, you have to kick well. So an awful lot of people are structurally supporting themselves, leaning so they can get their leg up to Jordan. Who cares? A kick is a kick is a kick, and you'll never kick someone Jordan Yukiri Kiagi or even Kokomi. Boom, take their knee out, yeah? Like this low kick, boom, take their knee out. Okay, low kick, boom, Moshigeri. Kingeri, get to the groin, Maigeri. These are great kicks. Doing these kicks well is better than doing high bad kicks. Understand? Okay, last time, guys, last time, good. So, 3 times, Maigeri, Yukiri, Moshigeri, down. 3 times, change 3 times, then we're done. Excellent. Okay, guys, good. So, look, my point is that we can get so bogged down by the superficialness or superficiality. I don't know what the word is. Of the shapes that we make, and we can spend a lot of time correcting our students. It must be here, it must be here, and you must do this, you must do it that way, and giving them further and further restrictions, which is proper and correct, and we can't teach karate without really doing that. Okay, but we must always reference why. Why are we doing it that way? What are the underlying principles behind that structure, the superficial techniques, the superficial basics? What's behind that is the fundamental principles of movement, yeah? And as soon as we do that, then someone does this slightly different, as long as the principles are fine, it's all good. Understand? Excellent, good. Okay, guys, feet together, hands by your side. Okay, 3, 4.